Hello, this is Dave Travels Through Time, Channel 2. Today we are going to be talking about Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Trek to the Stars. We're going to talk about Star Trek Deep Space Nine today. We talked about Next Generation earlier, last Monday. I'm just waiting for Petey Rich. And we can begin the stream as we talk about this show that has lasted 7 years, 1993 to 1999. So I sent him the StreamYard link, so he should be here shortly. It's crazy that there was, how many shows were there that lasted 7 seasons? So there was Next Gen, there was Deep Space Nine, and Voyager. So there was 3 that lasted 7. And Enterprise only lasted 4. And we won't talk about the ones that won't be named, the current ones. Come on, Petey, where are you? And this show, of course, features the first African-American black male captain. Captain Benjamin Sisko, played by Avery Brooks. Now, he's got quite an interesting backstory to his character and his kind of conflict with Captain Picard as well, which we will talk about once PD gets on here. I mean, even though technically the conflict wasn't Picard's fault, because, well, we'll get into it. Come on, Petey. There are you. Come on, pal. Because, of course, technically, of course, Picard was under the control of Locutus. He was in the Borg Collective. So, even though Sisko's wife, Jennifer, of course, was killed in the Wolf 359, Battle of Wolf 359. And, of course, Sisko blames him because, it was Picard he saw on the screen, even though he was under the control of Locutus. So, it's an interesting conflict that they have in the first episode, Emissary. And I just watched it, 3-4 months ago, and it holds up pretty well, that episode, the pilot. And it's kind of interesting with the prophets, too. And then, there's that image of, Picard, he's talking to Picard, but it's actually a prophet, That was interesting. Then, his wife, Oh, here we go.
And hey, sorry about the late.
That's okay.
Yes, a few problems with the structure on Windows.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay, mate.
Social media folder into another folder. I'm like, well, where's my social media folder? I haven't got my avatar.
Yeah.
Found it in the end. So we're fine.
Cool.
Everything all right?
So I was just briefly started because I was just talking about, when I was waiting for you just to start the conversation, I was talking about Emissary, kind of like the conflict that Sisko and Picard have.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. That is where we finally get to see the Battle of Wolf 359.
Yep, I was talking about that as well. Yeah, and it was kind of like, because of course, Cisco blames Picard, even though it was not Picard's fault because he's under the control of Locutus.
Yeah.
He blames him for the death of his wife, type of thing.
Yeah. Because you see that in the family, because you see him has a breakdown at the end of Family to say he wanted to stop it, but he couldn't. He was not in control. That massive
he was actually crying. He was good acting. He was really good acting he portrayed there, yeah.
That was a brilliant scene. Absolutely brilliant scene. In Brothers. Yeah. Sorry, Family. Brothers is the other one, but the one after with Data and Law. Family.
Yeah, and then he was excellent too in the, of course, that's not Star Trek related, but what was it, 6 or 7 months ago for my Cabrillo acting class, right? I watched, it was Hamlet with David Tennant and Sir Patrick Stewart,
Yeah. He's a good actor. It's just gone the other way with the old, what do you call it, the old politics.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah. Sorry, I shouldn't. I'm looking at Facebook as well, and someone put that the new train sign up saying no bigotry, hatred, or prejudice allowed on this platform. I'm like,
oh, geez.
It's a public place.
Yeah. And I guess Warner Brothers. I watched the Rabbi. I know this is not Star Trek related too, but I watched the Rabbi video. But I guess DC and Warner Brothers and CNN got bought out or something.
They're getting taken. It's not. It's AT. From what I know, from what I hear from friends and all over the internet. Yeah. AT&T are dissatisfied with the way it's being run, and they also own Discovery.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like how Viacom CBS used to be, like 2 separate companies. There's no licensing going between them.
Yeah.
So they're gonna put Discovery in charge of Warner Brothers, the entire Warner Communication, because they're sick and tired of what's going on, all the progressive nonsense, all the films. They're destroying things that are making money, like the Snyderverse.
Yeah.
Absolutely sick and bloody tired of it. So they want to just bung a Discovery in, and Discovery's the head of Discovery is actually quite right wing. So I'm trying to pull things, and there's gonna be so much screaming and crying and random raving from Warner Brothers when it happens. And I just live just down the road, so I'll be able to hear it at night.
Yeah, and then CNN, I guess, will be different now too. It won't be so as far left, I don't think, anymore.
No, that's the problem with CNN. Did you see what they did to Tucker Carlson today?
What did they do?
They had to go at him and said, "Oh, you're colluding with Russia."
Oh, wow.
It's like, because he had the brass balls to stand up for Joe Rogan and say it's the authoritarian government doesn't like what Joe Rogan's saying, because he's kind of a normal person broadcasting. He's like,
I really like Joe Rogan. He seems like a cool guy.
He said he's kind of king of the kind of normie broadcasters, because he's a normal person. He's very what's the word? Oh God, not intuitive, inquisitive. Yeah. That's the word. He's very inquisitive, and he'll bring on people from both sides of the aisle and just talk for a point and just say until he understands.
Yeah,
and they don't like it, because he's talking to the wrong people.
Yeah,
and it's funny that the people they're talking to are the people who are we're going into a COOF territory, are the people who invented the certain processes and procedures or certain drugs that help alleviate the COOF.
Yeah,
and that's not theory. That's not magic. That's scientific fact.
Yeah.
When I was watching John B. Peterson, going off Star Trek, John B. Peterson earlier.
Yeah.
And I don't know, he was with someone else, but he was talking to trigonometry, and he was saying, he said, once you start ignoring science, that's over.
Yeah.
You're living in the world of fantasy.
Yeah.
He was also talking about, you can't mistake an authoritarian for idiocracy and all that sometimes.
Yeah.
The old, was it Halnon's razor?
Yeah.
I'll look that one out. That's quite an interesting one.
Yeah.
Halnon's razor. As in, don't expect it. Don't mistake an what's the word? I'm not going to say idiocracy. I'm going to say ignorance for stupidity for bigotry. You know what I mean? It works other ways. A razor is a philosophical thing that can work in like 10 or 20 different directions. That's what they call razors. Yeah, I made my own one up called Wokeham's razor. I'll tell you that in a private chat.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what's happening at the moment. So it's Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were we? We just went completely off the subject there.
Yeah, well, I did it. Yeah, no, that was my bad, because I watched the Rabbi video right before. So
So sorry, we were going on to So yes, I think Warner Brothers is going to be a massive shake-up.
Yeah.
I wonder if a contact of mine is still going to be there, or who's going to get. I hope he does because he's worked his way up through the ranks at that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, a certain patron of a certain theatre for a certain art centre that I'm attached to. That's all I'm saying. Not mentioning
So I guess
names.
get back on the subject.
Yeah.
So Ro was supposed to be in Deep Space Nine originally. I remember reading in the book.
Oh yes, it was originally supposed to be Ro Laren, but they wanted to do it for something else. She didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Denise Forbes didn't want to be tied down to a series. She wanted to be more of a free actor.
Yeah. And she was in Galactica. I saw her in her Galactica episode.
Yeah, she was Admiral Kane in Galactica.
Yeah.
She's a great actor. She was a right bitch in Galactica.
Yeah.
You can tell a good actor because they can play a renegade, the nicest person in the universe, an absolute renegade, or an absolute bitch.
Yeah.
Denise Forbes could do both sides of the aisle.
Yeah.
She was great in Galactica.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is you always felt sorry for Ensign Ro or Lieutenant Ro.
Yeah.
She does come from a background. Her people were subjugated, and then suddenly you see her as Kane, and she's just bitch cow of the universe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She wants to kill the Cylons, and she just wants to go around just pounding Cylons.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, I don't care about civilians; they're just in the way. Just keep pounding Cylons.
Yeah.
How dare you, Adama? You're against my authority. You're either with me or against me."
That was awesome.
I just want to pound Cylons all day.
Yeah.
It's like she just turned on. She's a great actor, Denise Forbes. She's a great sci-fi actor. I think she's been in Stargate as well.
Yeah. That's right.
All sorts of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's been in all sorts of things. She's a great actor.
Oh, yes. I made some mod. It looks like we're getting a weird message here.
Yeah, I'll try and if I can find the stream. The stream didn't come up actually. It's funny. I never got a stream warning. It's like
that's strange.
Why not? Yeah, well, that's right. That's why the little bells, the grey bells, not ticked.
Yeah, because I think you're subscribed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll deal with this. They keep doing this. We're getting it on every channel. I mean, even Bolstrek was getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Thanks.
No one else around today. No Sadako or anything. Oh, sorry about that. It's the phone.
That's okay. No worries.
Okay, I'll go off in a second. Just a second. Let's just deal with this.
Yeah.
There you go. It's dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, back onto the subject of Deep Space Nine. I always liked Deep Space Nine. It's always my favorite Star Trek.
Oh, nice. Shoot. Well, now I know. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I could just sit watching DS9. It's the only Star Trek I could really sit down and keep rewatching over and over again.
Yeah. It's definitely very character driven. It's definitely very different because it's not like a starship, just keep, going around, it's a space station,
Yeah. Yeah. It was more based on Bonanza. They wanted something like if Star Trek was Wagon Train to the Stars, they wanted more Bonanza.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Ron Bruce said we wanted something more kind of centralized. That's why you've got the Quark's bar, which has the holosuites, which is the bar in the brothel.
Yeah.
And then you've got Odo's security office on the promenade, which is the sheriff's office.
Yeah.
It's all set out like that. The whole promenade is set out like it's a Western village.
Yeah.
A Western town, a small town in the Midwest.
Yeah.
That's why it's all set out. I mean, it was originally going to be like that. I suppose because Gene Roddenberry was the last thing he worked on before he passed away.
Yeah, I think he would have liked how it turned out, if he was still around. Yeah.
Yeah, he worked on this. Yeah, as Michael Piller. Michael Piller kind of left halfway through the second season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and then of course, what was it? Straczynski tried to sue Paramount, right, about the whole Deep Space Nine.
Yeah, they thought it. I think they did. I think they took the Bible. I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think Paramount got hold of Babylon 5 and said, "Who we got in sci-fi? Handed to Gene Roddenberry. We got to make something like this because Warner Brothers are trying this."
Yeah.
It was that time. It was, I think, the 90s to the 2000s.
Yeah.
The worst time for kind of rip-offs. For every Armageddon, you had a Deep Impact.
Yeah.
that kind of thing. You always had like kind of rip-off. And then kind of the tens, it kind of like thought, every time you release a movie, the rip-off movie would be made by the Asylum and it'd be terrible anyway, so nobody bothered anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, it's kind of like during the kind of the course of the 90s and the 10s, 90s and the noughties, it was one of them things that programs were being ripped off. Everybody made their own version of it, something.
Yeah, luckily though, they're both, when you view them back to back though, they're both different in their own way. They're not,
they both, they both evolved off in the different directions. I think that's what the important thing is.
I think I prefer the design of Deep Space Nine too. It was more mysterious.
Yeah, it was an alien space station.
Yeah, whereas Babylon 5, it's more glitzy, more blue, and and shiny and all that.
Yeah, it's a Union. It's kind of a Union space station in Babylon 5. It's made by the Minbari and the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of Minbari technology, a bit of everybody's tech.
Like when viewed, which one do you prefer? Like, which show do you like? Like, if you were to watch one, like, what you like them both equally? Or
I said this to Fat Steven Seagal the other day when he was streaming the Babylon 5 stream. I like both equally.
Cool, nice.
They both have their positives. They both have their negatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's just there's bits of Star Trek that some people didn't like Deep Space Nine because it was overindulgent in the battle scenes. It showed you the battles.
Yeah.
But that's the message we got from day one because it actually shows you the Battle of Wolf 359. Well, a bit of it anyway. It was like about time someone showed us what the hell happened there.
Oh yeah.
Because in Best of Both Worlds Part 2, all you see is a destroyed fleet.
Oh, that was disappointing though. Yeah, we didn't get much. Yeah.
And the DS9 was like, no, we're going to show you it. We're going to give you a little bit of a little tiny sneak peek of what happened at Wolf 359.
Yeah.
You just see like loads of ships getting blown up, and it's
brilliant.
Love that scene. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got a little theory about the Saratoga actually.
Oh, what's your theory?
Everyone goes on at the Saratoga is that the real truth is they still had a name of Saratoga on the Miranda class model when they refitted it for DS9.
Yeah.
But my theory is it's the same Saratoga from the Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home.
It might be, just refitted, yeah.
But she was mothballed and then she was picked up by by what's her name's fleet from Admiral Hanson's fleet.
Yeah.
And turned into a warship.
Yeah.
That's why it's got those big mega cannons on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
But as it got put into a different type of fleet, they changed the registry number.
Yeah.
So it's registered specific to Admiral Hanson's fleet.
Yeah. So
if any other Federation vessel picks it up, they're like, oh, don't worry, that's Admiral Hanson's fleet, just ignore it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Suddenly we're flying around with the old registry number. It's like, what the hell's that? That's ship mothballs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my theory because I've built a model of Saratoga and I was thinking, hang on a minute, this has got so many little changes in it.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't feel like it feels like they're trying to do something to a Federation starship. And it just dawned on me.
Yeah.
It's a warship.
Uh-huh.
I still don't know what Jennifer Sisko and Jake Sisko were doing on board, but they probably couldn't get out. They're probably trying to evacuate them off the Saratoga, but they couldn't get them out fast enough.
Yeah.
I just said they keep having these kind of books, or semi-canon books, and going, "Oh, the Saratoga was a ship. It was they're sensor pods and all this stuff." No.
Yeah.
Because they were working on Federation were working on warships, hence the Defiant.
Yeah.
Which is another reason I think people don't like Deep Space Nine because of the Defiant.
Oh, that's silly.
That's my favorite ship.
Yeah.
I love that ship.
I think I prefer it to the Delta Flyer, I must admit.
Yeah, I think I prefer it. The problem with Delta Flyer is it kind of got superseded by the Venture class ship from Star Trek Insurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what kind of canon of that is. So the ship you see the Star Trek Insurrection that Data's flying, the Federation scout ship is actually the official version of the Delta Flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why it got mothballed in the what is it, the alternate universe episode of Voyager?
Yeah.
In season 5, one where Voyager crashes into the ice planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've going around. It's a warship with a cloaking device. The Federation wouldn't have that. Oh god, it goes on for ages. But
yeah, it's ridiculous.
The problem is you couldn't have them flying around like little tiny runabouts all the time. They had to get a bigger ship.
Yeah.
And originally, Defiant was going to be a Miranda class.
Yeah.
going to be just a basic Miranda class, and it was going to have its own captain and all that. And they were going to keep using it, a bit like they did in Babylon 5. But they decided, oh no, let's make Cisco the captain of it. And just like the officers use it.
Yeah.
It was also originally called the Valiant.
Oh, that's cool.
But they had to change the name because they already had another ship in the process being called. Beginning with the name V.
Okay.
And it said we can't have another starship with the name V because we've already got another starship with the name V. Turned out to be Voyager.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't want to have two. They didn't want people getting confused with the Valiant and the Voyager. So even though they're two completely different ships.
Oh yeah.
So they said, "Oh, we can't have a starship with V." So they had to rename it to Defiant, and they chose a Defiant from the original series.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason it's not called it's called got a completely different registry number is because the lineage of the Defiant's been broken.
Yeah.
It's got broken lineage. So therefore it's 74205 instead of was it 1974 was it? Yeah, 1974. Sorry, 1794.
That's right.
Yeah. Staring up at it in the ceiling. Reading it upside down. Yeah. 1794 was the Defiant's original serial number.
Yeah.
Sorry, registry number. And they changed it to 74205.
Yeah.
And it was the thing I love about the Defiant, it was an NX class. Which you haven't seen since Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So going back generally to Deep Space Nine, what did you think of the first season?
It wasn't bad. I feel like things picked up more towards the end of the second.
Yeah, that's it. Same as. I thought the first season was all right. Was good for a first season. You always got to give them a bit of benefit of doubt during the first season. We had the same with Doctor Who. Some people loved new Doctor Who first season with Chris Eccleston. Some people hated it until David Tennant arrived.
Yeah,
you've always got to give it the same thing happened with Babylon 5. You had some people just didn't like Michael O'Hara.
Yeah, I thought he was all right.
Yeah, people didn't like Jeff Sinclair, but when he was changed for John Sheridan, everyone started loving it. He was a bit softer and a bit, a bit more human.
Yeah, a bit more, what do they call it, empathetic or something.
That's it, yeah. A bit more empathy than Sinclair. But then Sinclair, when you saw him in that last episode.
Yeah.
What was it? Voice in the Wilderness. Was it Voice in the Wilderness? I can't remember. The one with Babylon 4.
Yeah.
When you saw him in the last episode.
Yeah.
He was really happy and friendly. It's like, what?
Right, he's not this tough warrior type, yeah.
Yeah, he was all crotchety and miserable. and always looking angry all the time.
Yeah.
He's like Bellardo Taurus all the time, and suddenly he's like really happy and friendly, like he's found the secret of eternal life or something.
Yeah, he's a Buddhist now. No.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, it's weird. It was weird. Really weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had the same thing with Deep Space Nine. I didn't think it picked up until the second half, and I think the reason for that is because Michael Piller went over to Voyager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said, Michael Piller went over to Voyager, and Ira, who's the other one?
Hans Beimler or something?
No. It was Ira. Ronald D. Moore. I should know
Ronald D. Moore.
Hiram Ron Moore took over more.
Yeah, which one is Hans Beimler? I know he was part of something.
I think he's one of the producers.
Yeah.
One of the producers. I think Manny Cotta might have written. I think it was started on Deep Space Nine. The background.
That's right. Manny Cotta did, yeah.
Yeah, he was in the background. He didn't take over. He didn't take over a series because he didn't come back until Enterprise.
Yeah.
I think he might have done it. You had what's that? You had Wolfie or Hewitt Wolf, who was writing as well.
Yeah.
Kind of left halfway through this. Left just as the Dominion War started.
Yeah.
Went off to work on Andromeda.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfie went off to Andromeda.
Yeah, that's so. I mean, that's a totally different talk, but that's so definitely changed too once he left. Wow.
Yeah. That's another show. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think one of the nicest things about DS9 is we still had crossovers with the Next Generation and the original series.
Yeah.
We didn't have
Yeah, I
in
wish
your
we could
face.
have gotten even more with Picard. You know, we just got that one story and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thrown for a 2-parter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally it was supposed to be more crossovers.
Yeah.
The next film was supposed to have a crossover with Deep Space Nine.
That would have been good, yeah.
Yeah, but it never got made.
Yeah.
Paramount wanted something different, and I think Rick Berman at the time turned around and said, well, "That's okay. We'll do a Starfleet Academy film." Excuse me. That's all right at the moment. We've got this kind of hoo-ha at the moment. Oh, we're going to have a Star Trek Academy, Star Trek Starfleet Academy series. It's like, yeah, we know why you're doing that because it's that's what you've got in the vault, mate.
Yeah.
You've got that from Rick Berman.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where they got the idea from.
They've probably got a whole season probably written in the Paramount vault, the Viacom CBS vault for that series. And,
yeah.
Sadly, Alex Kurtzman's just going to grab it and just completely bastardize it.
Yeah, honestly, I kind of wish Berman would have came back, honestly.
You know where he secretly is, don't you?
Where?
He's over at the Awful.
Oh, okay. That's
where they all are. They're all at the Awful.
Yeah, I think he is part of that, isn't he? Yeah.
He's retired technically, but I think he gives a lot of help to the Orville.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He's probably secretly a consultant at the Orville.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Ira's at the Orville as well. You got so many people there now. You got Doug Drexler's there now, who's the scenic artist. I'm surprised Michael Acuta's not there.
Yeah.
It's like you got Drex there now. You've got so many people from the Orville. Ira's doing something else.
Yeah.
And what's his name is doing? Ron Moore is doing what the that one with that series, that time travel series.
Oh, okay.
Outcast or whatever it is.
Yeah.
The one with Jamie McCrimmon in it.
Yeah.
Or Jamie McCrimmon impersonator in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing that.
Cool.
So a lot of them have gone over to the Orville. So I think, because that was the thing. Seth turned around and said, look, I want to make a Star Trek series. And he had Ira Stephen Burr on his side, all the old team on his side. And Paramount went, nah. Because they'd done a deal with J.J. Abrams. And J.J. Abrams had a deal for a TV series, which he passed down to Alex Kurtzman.
Oh, that's so stupid, yeah.
Before he walked away and done Star Wars instead.
Yeah.
So it's a big mess. What's happened with Star Trek is just a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's going on at the moment. I mean, did you see the poster? Did you see the posters?
No.
I'll have to send that to you. It's funny. They just, there's a bit of a sparring match going on between the Orville and Star Trek at the moment. Star Trek New Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Strange New Worlds. It's hilarious. There's just this kind of this spat war. That's what have delayed the Orville, I think.
Okay.
Because it's not because it's not for extra time because they're behind on it.
Yeah.
It's for something else. I think it's because they want Star Trek Picard and Discovery to be launched. Sorry, Star Trek Picard to be launched a few months before they release.
Okay.
Before they release, so they can pick up the disgruntled fans.
Yeah.
As to say, I'll send this to you. It's funny. Maybe you laugh. Dan Hadley picked up on it the other day, so the credit goes to Dan at the Spacebook.
Okay.
For finding this one, but it's funny. It's just yeah. I think Orville just won. I think the Orville just won it.
Nice.
You guys have seen it?
Let me see.
Yeah. So here you go.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm not feeling the strange one. Not right.
The poster is the one on the left is the one that. Sorry, you can't see this, viewers, but it's a new Strange New Worlds poster, and the Orville's just done an absolute piss take poster.
No, I like the Orville one better.
Yeah, the Orville just did this piss take poster on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. There's a bit of a sparring war going on between them at the moment. It's going to be so funny when come June when it all comes out.
Yeah.
And who gets the better ratings? It's just going to be the Orville's will get better ratings because it's probably be on the terrestrial TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be on Fox at all, or it's just going to be streaming this time round. It's a shame if it is.
Yeah.
Because I used to watch it on Fox.
Yeah.
Fox UK, but it's going to be a shame if it's not on Fox UK this time round.
Yeah, actually, I could try screen sharing. Why don't I screen share? That way people, whoever comes in, can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as I said, courtesy of Dan Hadley.
Yeah, I'll credit him.
Credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I'll credit him.
Yeah. As I said, there's a bit of a sparring war going on. Yeah. I will whack that in the private chat. Sorry, not in the public chat. So give Dan credit. There we go. Yeah. There we go. And the private chat. Anyone watching later?
Oh, sweet, nice, you did it. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to, but cool. Thanks.
Yeah, so sorry it's gone from Deep Space Nine to general Star Trek chat, but it's this is what's happening at the moment. There's a bit of a sparring war.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the one on the right, Steph MacFarlane.
Wow, there's literally nobody. There's nobody in the stream.
Wow, it's quiet. All right, okay, you're gonna have to get all your viewers for re-listens on this one.
I guess so. Yeah, maybe they're all waiting for Knowles. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I can come here. You can come and watch ours. Come and watch this till Knowles on.
Yeah.
Give us a like. Oh.
Yeah, come on.
I do all this work in the fandom. I do all this work. I go around wrenching for absolutely everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. You just can't get the likes when you need them.
I know, right?
Yeah. Well, anyway, yes, DS9. The first series I found a bit slow. The beginning of the second series was all right because you started to get the Bajoran resistance, not the resistance. You're starting to get the circle.
Yeah.
Which is a Bajoran terrorist organization trying to take over the government. So you got this whole kind of old, some people, kind of after a war, you always get this you always get this like a little fundamentalist group who's not happy under the new administration who tries to rebel.
Yeah.
So you kind of get in that with the circle, and you found out it was it was someone in the Bajoran government who wanted to put Kai Wynn get Vedic Wynn to Kai Wynn, and it kind of worked in the end at a price.
Yeah.
Or as we like to call her, Space Karen.
Yes, she kind of is.
Yeah, mega Space Karen. Yeah, so that happened, and halfway through the first series, you had the build up of the second series, we had the build up of the Marquis.
Yeah. Which of course became a very important factor of Voyager. Yeah.
Yeah, which came to my main part of Voyager, but it built up through the end of series 7 of Next Generation. We had the big Marquis storyline with preemptive strike and Road Laren going over to the Marquis, and then we had the build up in Deep Space Nine with what's it, Cal Hudson turning on Cisco and the Federation.
Yeah.
Cal Hudson, yeah, that's kind of near the end. Oh, and we also, but before that, we had a blast from the past, as I think I said last week. We had Kankor and Koloff make a appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah, the three Klingons from the original series. They were actually played by the original actors. So we had the three original series Klingons going off with Dax on a damned idealistic crusade, is what I can only call it. So that happened, and then we had after that we had the Marquis, and a little bit later on we had a Mirror Universe episode we haven't had in years. So the end of Series 2 of DS9, they started really revisiting what the core Star Trek, what makes Star Trek tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had this the mysterious Dominion suddenly turn up in the end and destroy Galaxy class starship.
Yeah.
Which was the big, oh my god, what's happened? And it's like, nothing can take down a Galaxy class starship.
No.
Suddenly a Galaxy class starship suddenly gets literally rammed by a bug ship and blows up.
Yeah.
It was like, my God, yeah, that's the big one. That's closed. That's like all traffic through the wormhole is suspended. And then we have Cisco arrive at the beginning of Series 3 with the USS Defiant.
Yep.
And start the Dominion. Start the Dominion arc, which I think was good.
Oh, I found out Nana Visitor. That's not a real name. The actress who plays Kara.
Yeah, what is her real name?
It's some very. At first, I thought she was Greek. I was like, Nana Visitor. Is she Greek or something? And
Yeah.
then let me look up her actual.
Nana
Tucker. Tucker. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that. Well, we found out what Whoopi Goldberg's real name was recently.
Oh, yeah, it's so different. It's funny because Goldberg's like a Jewish name, isn't it?
Yeah, she took it on purpose because she's a black woman, wanted to be act like she was Jewish, and she thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
I mean, with the recent controversy lately, she even turned around and said, "Yeah, but my name's Jewish. It's your Jewish heritage." Like, no, you don't.
No.
Like, no. Oh.
I mean, yeah, there are black people that convert, but no.
Yeah, there are black people who convert. There's also black people who are actually Jewish. I think Rabbi will tell. I think it said Morocco has got a lot of black. No, not Morocco. There's one of the African countries got a lot of black. It's mostly Jewish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
You'll have to ask Rabbi. But one of the African countries is there's a lot of large Jewish community, or was a large Jewish community in it.
Yeah.
As I said, ask Rabbi on that one. He'll tell you. You go, oh yes, it's thingy. Okay, it's thingy. We watch him call it. I think it was one of the African countries, which is an ex French colony.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, there's your clue. But yes, as I said, yeah, that's so. If you ever, black Jewish people do exist. I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I don't think Whoopi Goldberg, who played Guinan, is strongly against it.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Kira and Odo's relationship. That was always well done, I thought.
Yes, it was a good relationship, Kira and Odo.
Yeah.
Brilliant relationship there. So in the end, you find out that Odo was actually secretly in love with Kira.
Yeah.
That was good. Had a love, but he knew he could. Yeah, and he was jealous.
Yeah, he's a great actor. He had a lot of.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
He had a large filmography. Yeah.
Rene Bourgeois. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know most of the main cast of Star Trek: Next Generation is still alive, but it's like DS9's lost 2.
Yeah, you're right.
We lost Rene, and we lost what's his name? Plays Nog. Aaron Eiselberger played Nog.
Yeah, Aaron. Yeah.
So he had because I think he suffered from slight dwarfism.
Yeah.
As a result, he had bad kidneys. He wasn't complete. He didn't have complete dwarfism.
No.
But he had like slight something, or he had a cell problem. That's why he was all really short. But he had bad kidneys as well. He had something went wrong with his kidneys.
Yeah.
And he had an operation paid for by fans to fix it, and then they had a complication after it, and I think that's what killed him. It's a shame.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, sadly, passed away. So we've lost Nog, we've lost Odo.
Yeah, I would say at this point, even if they didn't have, even if they had a good show, it'd be hard to bring it back,
Yeah. There is actually scripts for a few scripts for the first few episodes of the 8th season.
Yeah,
we're planning on doing it, and the first episode, Defiant gets either severely damaged.
Yeah,
and Nog gets killed.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
I think Lieutenant Commander Nog gets killed. Well, it's about another part of it. It's a Dominion. So the main I think the main thing of the script was supposed to be there was supposed to be a civil war starting in Dominion.
Yeah.
And it's the founder that was always following Oda around. She's not happy, and she starts a civil war in Dominion.
Yeah.
There's supposed to be a massive civil war in Dominion.
Yeah.
And Odo's supposed to be on one side, and the female changeling is on the other side.
Yeah.
It's all about some people can't accept change. It's going to be the season 8 story arc, final season story arc. And they're allowed to do over 7 seasons, which they weren't.
Yeah.
So Deep Space ended after 7 seasons, 7 very successful seasons, and the show just got better and better as it went on.
Yeah.
I think season 6 is like the highest rated series of Deep Space Nine. It's also everyone's favorite. Yeah, and we all know what happened in season 4, don't we?
Oh yeah.
We had the Klingon War.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Federation Klingon War. Well, it wasn't. The Federation weren't technically at war with the Klingons. It was Klingons versus the Cardassians.
And then we get Gowron again.
Yeah, we get your favorite crazy-eyed person.
Yeah.
Robert I. Riley back as Gowron, and you got Worf.
And then we get Martok, right?
General Martok. Yeah. I hated him in season 4, but I loved him in season 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course, spoilers. Should we say about Martok? What we find out about? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we were just spoiled and said Worf is in season 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get Worf. Yeah. So we got Defiant. We got Worf. It's like everything that made the show really good. It's happened in season 3 and season 4. Sisko decided to shave his head.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, he gets promoted to captain at the end of season 3, so he's a full captain now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Technically, he's actually the 4th captain, the 4th main captain.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get promoted to captain until the end of season 3, and Voyager kind of starts halfway through season 3. But he's still counted as a 3rd.
Yeah.
It's a weird little fact for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strange little fact. Yeah, so everyone gets and everybody gets promoted. I think Dax gets promoted from senior lieutenant to lieutenant commander. Bashir gets promoted from junior lieutenant to senior lieutenant. O'Brien finally gets the right rank pins. He kind of gets that little patch instead of the rank.
Finally, yeah.
Gets promoted to master petty officer.
Yeah, he gets some really good stories, doesn't he? In the show, doesn't he?
Oh, doesn't he? He's like I feel for O'Brien. I've got a life that's like O'Brien's.
Yeah.
It never rains, but it pours. He's always O'Brien's always the Eeyore of the team. He's generally a nice guy, but everything bad always happens.
Yeah, there was that one. Was it? I watched.
Yeah. Everything bad.
Yeah, because I watched the prison camp one. That was intense, where he thought he experienced 20 years of being in the.
Yeah, hard time. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was intense. The prison camp one, and then he feels regret because he killed that one he was in prison with. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got Bashir turning around and telling him and saying, "Look, it was a figment of your imagination. That person didn't really exist. You didn't really kill them. It's all in your mind."
Right.
And he suffers from PTSD and he goes to commit suicide. Until
Bashir
pulls him back.
Yeah.
That was a good episode. That's the kind of things they tackled, though. They pushed it a bit further and a bit harder than Star Trek Next Generation.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of why I think it worked.
Yeah.
They weren't afraid to tackle difficult subjects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't really want to go into this, but he's also the first African American captain.
Yeah, I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't exactly want to go massively. Oh, look at the because Avery Brooks can't stand it. Avery Brooks can't stand it. He says, "Look, I'm not the first African American captain. I'm the third main captain in Starfleet." Star Trek.
I like saying that. Yeah, instead of like, oh, it's so proud to be. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, I just played it. I just played a part. I was just a station commander who got promoted to captain. It's like,
it shouldn't be. Oh, I'm the first. It's all about it's about the best actor for the role, not about diversity.
Yeah, if you look around, on Facebook, on YouTube, you can find the clips of him saying that. Saying, because someone poses a question to him, and he just turns around and says, "Look," I said, "I'm not the." I said, "I'm the third. I'm the captain. I'm the main character of the third show in Star Trek. I said, I'm not the first black captain." I don't think he is anyway, because I think it's a Voyage Home that's got the first black captain.
Yeah. Plus, I can understand his point of view. Oh, it's like I'm the third captain, but I don't want to be just known. Oh, I'm the first black. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I know it's so Avery himself turned around and said, "Look, just don't call me that."
Yeah.
He doesn't like it. Yeah. Oh, I know. It's just it's just the culture we live in.
Yeah.
Yeah. He also had a son, and he lost his wife, as you saw in Emissary. So it's we got this character. We got this character who's like a single parent. He originally didn't want the assignment on Deep Space Nine. He was just kind of felt like he was thrown into it.
Yeah, and then of course Kira was upset because he was taking over her position basically.
Yeah, Kira wanted to be in charge of the station.
Yeah,
there's always a bit of friction for the first half of the first series. There's a bit of friction between Kira and Cisco.
But then they form a friendship later on. I think
they form a major friendship. Yeah. Because she didn't really like him being the emissary as well. It was like, are you my religious leader? Or... And then in the end, she's like, he's the emissary. He's the emissary.
Yeah.
And it's like, she learned to accept him. He was a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I liked the Star Trek Online where Kira became Kai. I don't think I liked that storyline.
No. Yeah, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about Online. I'm not the biggest. I kind of got over it after a while.
Yeah, I always kind of it's like some of the things were really good. Some of the things were terrible in it.
Yeah.
Kind of had this kind of thing going for it.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear about that new Star Trek game that's coming out?
No. Not at all. What's it called?
Yeah, there's a new one that's coming out.
Oh, is it going to be based on Discovery?
Yes. No, it's supposedly set after the Next Generation.
Yeah, I'll give you a little tip. It won't sell if it's based on Discovery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's called Resurgence or something. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't hear anything about a new Star Trek game. Yeah.
I don't know. Say, well, I would have to credit. Well, I don't know. Do you think I could get copyright if I showed it, or?
Yeah, you would, pretty much.
Yeah.
Is this is this kind of a mobile game or something? Or is it a full-on video game?
It's coming to like the PlayStation and all that stuff. Xbox, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's made by a company called Family Friendly Gaming. Oh, no, sorry, that's just a website. Sorry, just shout out somebody else's website. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a video. Yeah. It looks, it's based on Next Gen, as you said.
Yeah.
Looks a bit meh. What I'm seeing. Yeah. Just trying to see how. But yeah, it's based on late Next Generation. It's kind of my favorite era.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give it a chance just to give my review on it. I'll probably get it just to see what it's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a stunning and brave Whammon captain.
Yeah.
But then again, I think it's just choice. I think it's your human choice. You can choose who if your captain's male or female.
Yeah, supposedly there's male and female in it, yeah.
Spock's on it. Probably it's probably all base before he disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that does look quite good. I'll give that a go if it comes out on PC.
Yeah, it's probably some
be
voice actor that's like impersonating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epic Games Store, so I probably won't see it for ages because I refuse to go on Epic. It's just there's so many people, so many. Like, Epic's trying to be Steam and trying to get all the exclusives. And it's like, I'm just not buying it. I'm like, nah. I'm like, no, I'll just stick to Steam, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. There's loads of stuff. It's like, well, it's like just use it as a platform. People just pick the best platform, and it's like probably won't be Epic, so they're just doing Epic exclusives.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I normally don't use it. Yeah, that's a shame. It came straight out on Steam. I'd given it a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, where were we? We got slightly off the subject again.
Yeah, let's see. So I think we're on season 4, right?
Season 4, we had the big, we had the Federation and the Klingons at each other's throat.
Yeah, then the Changeling, that whole thing.
Yeah, we had the Changeling infiltration that we found out at the end from Odo. That there was a Starfleet being infiltrated. The Gowron was apparently.
Yeah, then the Admiral gets kind of paranoid about it, doesn't he? He gets arrested.
That was a good episode. That was the Home Front of Paradise Lost. We had that really cool episode with the Ferengi and the Roswell.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Paradise Lost. We had one of the most violent episodes of Deep Space Nine called To the Death, which brought the Iconians back.
Yeah.
The Iconian port.
That's right.
The original. A rogue group of Jem'Hadar find an Iconian portal from Star Trek Next Generation Season 2.
Yeah.
So they come back. We have another little thing with the Iconian gateway. Yeah. What else happened in Season 4? Because it was a big season. Season 5. We had the big one in Season 5. We had the anniversary episode, which was brilliant. Because Voyager had flashback, which was like on the base during Star Trek 6. But
now we got the Tribble one.
DS9 goes back to trouble with Tribbles.
That's so cool. Yeah.
Literally goes back. You got Cisco meeting Kirk. You got everything. You got that was one of the best
the way they did the interaction too. It was amazing with the technology they had. Wow.
Yeah, it's the same technology used for Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
To do that, and they did loads of that. And they rebuilt a few of the original series sets. A lot of props.
Yeah, definitely. It was recreated a lot more than. Definitely more accurate than the one we won't mention right now.
Oh yeah. God, if they do it back to Trouble with Tribbles, they'd probably turn around and say, "Oh, we got to protect the Tribbles. Oh, you're an istophobe. You poison the Tribbles, Klingorks." You could have Klingons in it. You'd have to have Klingorks in it, as we call them.
Yeah.
Complete mess. It'd be, gotta watch your Klingon privilege. You can't go around killing little furry animals.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, you couldn't do it now.
No.
They had that. They had a Tribble episode of Star Trek Discovery, and it was the short treks, and it was terrible.
I bet it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, this one guy is responsible for making Tribbles the way they are, and it's like, no, that's not what it is. Tribbles are just Tribbles, mate.
Yeah.
It's like it was one white male.
Yeah.
Apparently, he genetically mutated the Tribbles so that they eat everything going. And it's like, no, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible. It was awful, that episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened there. Happened with that one. Yeah, so when we went there, so we had that. We had the trying to remember season 5. I remember most of season 4, but I just don't remember season 5. Yeah, we had Taurus the L shop in season 4. It doesn't make it through season 5, but
Yeah.
sorry, season 6. She dies at the beginning of season 6.
All right, Matthew's here. Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew. Yeah, we're just having a little trip down memory lane with Deep Space Nine. It's nice to see someone else in the chat.
Yeah.
Feel free to ask questions. It's a
I
quiet
know.
night.
Jeez.
Yeah, everyone's pretty off at TARDIS. So.
Yeah, really quiet.
Yeah, so I'm just trying through Series 4 again. Series 3, which was the big one. Improbable Cause and Dice Cast was a big storyline in Season 3. What was the Cardassian, the Obsidian Order and the Tal Shiar team up to try and take out the Dominion.
That's right.
But they don't realise it's a ruse by the Dominion to destroy the Obsidian Order and the Tal Shiar. And that's what causes in beginning of Season 4 the Cardassian government to collapse.
Yeah.
Because the Tal Shiar gets technically wiped out. So the Obsidian Order gets wiped out. The Tal Shiar gets weakened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got the whole at the end of Season 3. We got the Star Trek Does Aliens.
Yeah.
They do it a lot better. They do it a lot better than Doctor Who did it.
Oh,
yeah. The adversary. That's the episode where Cisco gets promoted.
Yeah.
You got Shakar shows up. You got Quark's mother. You finally see Quark's mother. Oh, beginning of Series 3, you got the Klingon. You got what is it? You got House of Quark, which is the Klingon crossover episode. That was funny.
Okay, Matthew said enjoyed the last season and couldn't get into the earlier ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. The first series, as we said earlier, the first 1.5 series of Deep Space Nine, they kind of dragged a bit. It was too samey.
Yeah.
When I was watching it, I watched it on BBC Two back when they started. They had syndication rights to it. They were rerunning it.
Yeah.
They had the redistribution rights, syndication, redistribution. They were showing the season 2, and I was like, "Oh God, are we hit the Dominion arc yet? We hit the Dominion arc yet? Have we hit the Dominion arc yet? God, this is getting boring." You know, that's how I felt back then. And then suddenly,
well, I like the character Wai-Yun. He was always interesting.
Yeah, Wai-Yun. Oh, yeah, Jeremy Coombs from what do you call it? From Reanimator. Yeah.
He kept killing him, and then he kept coming back. The clone.
Yeah, because he was a clone. Yeah.
Clone.
Funny.
Keep killing him, then another clone of him. You know.
Yeah. That's some good. I mean, watching season 2 again, I enjoyed it. But I always said the problem with season 2 is it doesn't pick up until Blood Oath, which is the 19th episode, and then it really picks up. After Blood Oath. You got the Marquee Part 1 and 2. You got the Wire, which is a very good episode with Garrick. You got crossover.
Yes, Garrick's cool. The Taylor. Yeah, I like Garrick.
And you got the Collaborator, which is got Tribunal, where another one with O'Brien's in the doghouse.
Yeah,
he gets accused of being a collaborator, working for the Marquis by the Cardassians. Gets put through the Cardassian trial.
Then there was that one, right, where he was like from the future, but he gets killed off, and then the other one comes in.
Yeah, I think that's Visionary in Series 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it was just on it. Yeah, Visionary in Series 3. Poor old O'Brien. Yeah, and a couple of episodes ahead of that, you got Through the Looking Glass, which is another Mirror Universe episode. Then you got the 2-parter. It seems to have these kind of like you have a Mirror Universe episode, and you have a really good 2-parter.
Odo was interesting in the Mirror Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets killed.
Well, Kira was a very good villain in the Mirror Universe too.
Oh, was the intendant? Yeah. Mirror Universe Kira was brilliant. She played that role really well.
Yeah.
Really well. Playing playing a complete opposite of herself.
Yeah.
She just played Space Karen. She just was.
Yeah.
I think she did a Kai Wynn impression. There you go. Kai Wynn unhinged. Just became the intendant. Yeah, that was a good episode. It was fun. It was just fun. I mean, some of the episodes were fun. Some episodes in season, I think, kind of mid-season 3 were a little bit, a bit dull.
Yeah.
But then with series 3, I forgot one of we get Tom Riker back in series 3.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, as he steals a Defiant. 9th episode of the series, he steals a Defiant. Tricks Kira into thinking he's Will Riker, and it turns out he's actually Tom Riker, and he's trying to steal the Defiant for the Marquis to use as a mega weapon. Yeah,
that's one thing I was confused about. Do you think Will was the original, or which one do you think was the original and the duplicate?
Well, Tom Riker. That was definitely Tom Riker in that episode because he went over to the Marquis.
Yeah, I would say Will Riker was the original and Tom was the duplicate that came after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, if you get, it's like it's like being in lockdown pretty much. A lot of people have gone, probably completely different from how they were before lockdown. And this guy was he left on?
Yeah.
He was left on. Tom Riker was left on a planet for 10 years. So he probably hated the Federation.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably had. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that can mess up your brain. That's for sure.
Yeah. 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 So that was the first time you saw the Obsidian Order building the fleet for the end of the series. That's what I always liked about Deep Space Nine. They always had this kind of continuity.
Yeah.
A little bit of continuity throughout it.
Yeah, there was more continuity, and it wasn't like just okay, you can counter this villain of the week, and then it's the next story,
Yeah, you always had for 3 or 4 episodes in, you'd have an episode linked to episode 10, like episode 15 or something.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of continuity. And as we were saying back to series 4 again, Way of the Warrior, that was a good episode. Visitor was a great episode.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Jen's meds came in. I'll be a quick second.
Okay, then. We had let's just go through the episodes. Hippocratic Oath. It's a good episode about Dr. Sorry, not Dr. McCoy, Dr. Bashir. Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bashir.
Again.
Oh, missed one.
Yeah.
Missed an important factor. Very important factor.
Yeah.
We missed the first single-sex kiss in Rejoined.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever Star Trek Discovery tells you about being the first show to have have a first same-sex kiss is absolute crap because it was Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I forgot Sword of Kalis. That was a good episode. Now Man Bashir, where
Yeah.
there were some good episodes in season 4. Says Matthew saying, "Yeah, I can understand you, Matt. I can understand Matthew didn't start watching it until season 4, mate, because that's when it all picked up."
Yeah.
Yeah. At the beginning, season 5 was a bit weird. You had Apocalypse Rising. You had the ship. That's another episode that they later reused a part of it. They reused a part of it at the beginning of season 6.
Yeah.
They used Gemma Jar's ship again. They find.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you see Grilka again from House of Quark in the beginning of season 5. We got a triple episode, as we said. Oh, we get a little trip to Risa. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
A little trip to Risa, and we find out about how Bajorans elope. Yeah. That's a very interesting episode. That He Without Sin. He Is Without Sin.
Yeah.
That's very prominent of what's happening today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're on a planet. The planet of pleasure, the pleasure planet, the Federation, which is Risa, which is the holiday destination of the entire Federation. Technically, the Disney World of Federation.
Yep.
Then you get this group of activists. We'll call them activists. Who want to screw everything up for everybody there. We end up hijacking the weather satellite and making it miserable.
Yep.
And Worf punches the guy in the face in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of those episodes. That's a very apt episode, that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the Great Link episode after that, Things Past. Rapture. They got a little bit dull in the middle of the season as well.
Yeah.
Then you got For the Uniform, which is the second Michael Egerton one. Then you get Purgatory Shadow, and the uniforms change, so it's all keeping up with Star Trek First Contact. You also get by Inferno's Light. You actually get a mention of what happened in Star Trek First Contact, so keep on with canon. And then you get the Lewis Dr. Zimmerman appearing halfway through the series.
Yeah.
Voyager played the
That's
the
true.
in Voyager. So Dr. Zimmerman turns up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fringy loves songs as well. That was a good episode. Soldier's Empire was a great episode. That was with Worf and Martok. Children of Time was a great episode. It's a time travel episode.
Yeah.
Then you get Empok Nor, which is like the scary episode. Yeah. They go to an abandoned space station and it all goes horribly wrong. In the Cards wasn't a bad episode. It was a mediocre episode, which is a usual fun episode. Then you get the big call to arms where they have to evacuate the station. Yeah, it was a good season, Series 5. A little bit hit and miss places. I think it was the way they aired them, because I think they aired a couple of them out of order. In the end, from what they originally aired them as. I don't think it worked. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good season. Very good season. Yeah. Yeah, I think it did, Matthew. I think The Visitor did win an award. I can't remember. I think they got a Hugo Award. I know they got a few Hugo Awards. They got a lot of accolades for Deep Space
Oh, that
Nine.
was with the older Jake. I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Played by the guy that plays Kern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tony Todd, who's a Candyman as well. Yeah, so I'm just trying to find if there's any. Yeah, I'm still trying to find the awards. I can't seem to find them. I know they won quite a few awards for Deep Space Nine. But they're not on the Wikipedia anymore, sadly. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Far Beyond the Star was the big one. That's what they won their Emmy Award for.
Oh, that was about the Hollow novel, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was the one where they were. Yeah, that was the one about the Cisco gets a vision of the prophets and ends up going back to the 1940s or something.
Yeah.
That was the one about the apartheid.
Yeah.
Jim Crow laws, and that was a good episode. Yeah, he plays Benny.
That's right.
And all the characters, all the bad guys in Deep Space Nine, like police officers and all that. You've got that was a good episode because you get to see everybody.
Oh yeah, Ducat was one. Yeah, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ducat was one of them. I remember.
Yeah, Mark Alimo played one of the cops, and the police detective was actually Wayoon was thingy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good episode where I'm just trying to find where it was. Yeah, Series 6, I think. Yep, episode 13 of Series 6. That's they won an Emmy Award for that. It was their first Emmy. Yeah, Cisco's thinking about leaving. Yeah, Cisco wants to leave Starfleet because the Cortez gets destroyed. Yeah, one of his friends gets killed in the Dominion War. The ship gets destroyed, and he just wants to leave. So, Far Beyond the Star, they won an Emmy Award for that. I think they might won a Hugo Award for a couple of them as well. I can't find the awards, so we can find them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, they got They got about 4 Emmys. 4 Emmys. Oh, here we go. Found it. They're hidden away in a different sector. That's why. Yep. They got film. They got film. They got music awards for a series. So 1996, 1997, and 1998. So that's season 4, 5, and 6, I think.
Yeah.
Cinematography award got nominated for crossover for cinematography. They didn't win. Art Directors Guild. They won an award in 1997 for that's series 5. Herman Zimmerman and ran an award. Emmy Awards. They got loads of nominations.
Nice.
So they won. Dennis McCarthy won for music. The makeup team, that's Michael Westmore and co, won for Captive Pursuit. One with Tusk. Special visual effects. So that's Robert Legato and his team. Gary Herzl, God rest his soul. Yeah, I think that's Michael Acuda as well. Dennis Blakely. One for Emissary, one for Best Visual Effects. Outstanding Individual Achievement, makeup again. Michael Acuda's team won for Distinct Voices. So they won a few Emmys. Trying to find, I think it was a Hugo Award they won for. They got it for the Visitor and Trials. That's right, the Visitor won a Hugo Award. That's the one they won. The Visitor got they didn't win it. They got nominated for the Visitor and Trials and Tribulations. I know. Far Beyond the Stars won an award. I can't remember what award it was for though. Got an editing award from the motion picture sound editors. Trying to mind, they got special recognition. They got Saturn for special recognition, so they won a Saturn award. Sci-Fi Magazine. Nine of Visitor won an award for Sci-Fi Magazine. No, I thought Far Beyond the Stars won an award. Apparently it didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. And I probably got nominated. Probably a nomination. Yeah, Far Beyond the Stars got nominated. Outstanding for outstanding hairstyling in a series. Well, they won. Yeah, they got a load of nominations. Well, that's why they got loads of nominations for Far Beyond the Stars. They got 3 nominations from art to costume and hairstyle. That's where it came from. But yeah, they won about 4 Emmy awards. You know, they got a Saturn award for Bertha. I thought they won a Hugo Award for something. I'm sure they won a Hugo Award. No, they got nominated.
For
apparently.
something, yeah.
Yeah, they got nominated. I think that's the one, but yeah, that's right. Babylon 5 won that Hugo Award. Can't remember who won the Hugo Award for.
Well, the 90s had many cool sci-fi shows, Matthew said. Heavy competition.
Yeah. Was a lot during the 90s. That's why the 90s was like the best time for sci-fi. Sci-fi and fantasy. It was like, so many shows being made with like Xena and Hercules. We had Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Babylon 5, Stargate SG-1 at the end of the year. I think that came out at the beginning of the 2000s, but it was being made in like the late 90s, being anticipated.
Yeah.
As Andrew Robinson, who played Garrick, was the killer in the first Dirty Harry film.
Yeah, he was.
As I said, The Visitor was nominated. It never won, though, sadly. But yeah. So where were we? Season 6. Yeah, Season 6 had a few. Had the beginning of the. Had the end of the Dominion War story arc.
Yeah.
But not the end of the Dominion War. The end of the Dominion story arc where they captured Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
That ended with the 6 episode Sacrifice of Angels. So literally for 6 episodes, Deep Space Nine is under Dominion control.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a nice big battle with a nice big fleet battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the Tears of Prophets was the was the end of the series with Cisco leaving. The wormhole closing. I think the
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah.
Pyro still managed to steal the wormhole. Yeah. Can't really remember that episode. I might have to watch that again. Yeah. We had Sound of a Voice, which was a good episode. Time as Orphan, which was the Valiant, which was the other Defiant, which says there was another Defiant class vessel in Starfleet. Yeah, I would say Nog lost his leg during their Series 6, which was another major character moment.
Yeah, did Ducat lose his daughter in season 6, or was that season 5?
Yep, season 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sacrifice of Angels. Torizel gets killed by Damar because he thinks she's a traitor. He finds out she's a traitor and just executes her, and it drives Ducat crazy.
Yeah.
So whenever you see Ducat after that, he's absolutely nuts for that whole season. Federation have him prisoner, and he managed to escape in the end. Manages to escape with Cisco's shuttlecraft. Yep. Cisco managed to take a shuttlecraft off of one of the starships that got attacked. Nebula class vessel. But yeah, there's a whole episode of that. But he managed to steal the shuttlecraft in the end. And Cisco gets beamed off and thinks Ducat's dead, but he's not. He's still very much alive.
Oh, then of course we get the death of Jadzia.
Oh yeah, that's the big one in Tears of the Prophet. That's what causes him. And Ducat uses the orb, poisons the orb on the station with a Par Wraith. Uses a Par Wraith artifact to poison the orb on the station and close the Celestial Temple. Yeah, that's the big thing we haven't got into. Cisco finds the wormhole alien, comes the Prophet to the Bajoran people. That's one of the big things we didn't go into at the beginning. That's what kind of turned Cisco around.
Yeah.
Because until that moment, he was going to leave Deep Space Nine. He was going to leave DS9 because of his son, and and go back because he didn't think it was suitable for us to bring up a single parent on board an alien space station, which has got problems.
Yeah,
but that's the big moment in Deep Space Nine. But he decided he becomes a prophet technically a prophet to the Bajoran people. First to meet the wormhole aliens or the prophets. That's the turning moment. Yeah, we lose Jadzia Dax because Terry Farrell was going to go off and work on Beck, I think. Was it Becca?
Yeah, no, it's weird. I read an interview with her. She said that Berman was like doing some inappropriate stuff towards her.
Oh, yes. That was the other thing that came out later. Berman was there, Berman's hands had wandering hand syndrome, didn't he? Apparently.
Yeah.
I know Berman was a bit of a rogue because of what he said to Denise Crosby. He ripped the comm badge off and said, we won't be needing this anymore. Pretty much told her to step off, Yeah. Apparently Berman had WHD, as we call it. Wandering hand disease.
Yeah.
So, she left. Yeah. She left. Well, it's hard to. It's funny to say being a gay man, but there was some quite beautiful women on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had some good. I always liked Dax. Myself, Jadzia.
Yeah.
Then we had Imogen Assan, which was opening of season 7, which was depressed Cisco.
Yeah.
The big ending was Ezri Dax, who's played by Nicole Dubois, who went off to play I think someone in Roswell, which was done by Iris Stephen Bear, one of Iris shows. She went off to play. I think that's the waitress in Roswell she played, among other things.
Yeah, and then she was in that show, The Dead Zone, too.
Yeah, so she went on after that.
Which was Stephen.
Stephen King one, yeah. We don't get shows like that anymore, do we?
Yeah.
We get random shows now.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a good episode. The episode after with Shadows and Symbols, where we got new Dax, Esri Dax now, which is weird. I thought that was really good. I thought it was a really good plot point actually.
Yeah, and of course Worf was not.
Yeah, Worf was was not happy.
And then of course when Worf first saw her, he was not feeling it at all.
No, he felt betrayed.
Yeah.
He thought the next Dax should be a man. No, it's not.
Because he's like, because he's like, you're not Jadzia, you know.
Yeah. It's like they're so cold to each other for the first. They're so cold until the final arc begins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I say? Just a minute. No, sorry. Nog lost his leg in season 7, not season 6. Why on about?
That's right.
Yeah, I was looking at the Impale and Moonlight and thought it was. No, in the Pale Moonlight was a different episode. It was about Cisco having to do the wrong thing to do the right thing.
That's right.
Sorry, that was season 7 when Nog halfway through season 7, Nog loses his leg. It's only a Paper Moon was the one where he lived when Nog's got PTSD and he's living with Victor Fontaine. That was cool. Played by James Duran.
Yeah.
Yeah. Played with James Duran, who was the one of the main characters, Tony in the Time Tunnel.
That's right.
Played Victor Fontaine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so they're getting some classic sci-fi actors back. You're right there. You sound like you're struggling with something.
Yeah. No, I'm good. No, Jen just wants to use the computer, so I'm going in the bedroom. That's all.
Yeah.
It's 12 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah, so we got James Duran as Vic Fontaine. I think, yeah. When did Vic first appear? Was it halfway through season 7?
All right, I'll close the door.
Yeah.
You got a sandwich, huh?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I agree. Cisco did look better bald. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Looked a lot better with his head shaved, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, His Way was the first time we saw. I think it was at the end of season 6 we first saw. Series 6 we first saw Vic Fontaine. That was the whole thing behind it. And Cisco always had a bit of didn't like it. Didn't like the Vic Fontaine program because he found it artificial because he knew what the times were like for black people in the 1960s.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't like it because it was it was very artificial. But Cassidy Yates loved it. Penny Gerald Johnson, who went off to play the Doctor in the Orville.
Yeah.
Yeah. She loved it. She said, "Look, we know what happened in the 1960s, but her attitude was, look, we know what happened in the 1960s, but we moved past that now, so
Yeah.
That comes back later with the Bada Bing Bada Bang, which is a Jack in the Box on a program.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's good. I think Series 7, I think a lot of people didn't like Series 7 because the second half was like one big long story. But I think it had some good episodes in it. But the problem I found with Season 7 is some of the episodes were a bit were old episodes that they brought forward. Like the episode Field of Fire. That was Robert Hewitt Wolf's last episode. But he wrote that for Jadzia Dax.
Yeah.
But they changed it to Esri Dax.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was an interesting episode. I said it was originally written for Jadzia Dax for like Series 4 or 5.
Yeah.
But because as I said, he left in season 5. Yeah, so left in season 6. Actually, Robert Hewitt Wolf is like when you see the evacuation at the end of season 5, he's actually one of the characters. I think he's the science officer, science lieutenant who runs out, goes through the airlock. You see when they're trying to evacuate everyone. Odo's trying to help everyone off the station. all the Starfleet personnel. He's one of the science officers. Gets on the runabout.
Yeah.
Or the Defiant. So yes, that was one of he wrote the episode. It was brought forward again. But I think he was working on Andromeda at the time that episode was shown.
That's right. Yeah, because Andromeda premiered early 2000. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so it's in pre-production Andromeda when that was transmitted.
Yeah.
Yep. And where I'm trying to find it. Yeah. Penumbra, that's it. Penumbra was the episode, which was the beginning of the episode 17, season 7, the beginning of the story arc. That's when it started. So episode 17, right through to What We Leave Behind Part 2, which is episode 26, was one big long story. I think a lot of people struggled with that because they were used to having these little kind of open episodes.
Yeah.
Or as you call them, alien of the week episodes.
Yeah.
And suddenly we've got this big long story arc with a big battle at the end with a big fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the end of the whole intended Deep Space Nine as we know it. We never really had anything DS9 ever since.
No.
The only thing we ever saw was Worf on the Enterprise E in Star Trek Nemesis, but nothing was said about it.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's really, set after is just the novels, and that's it.
Yeah, we got the novels, and they're kind of semi-canon.
Yeah.
Some of them are. Yeah. Funny thing is, there is actually a Section 31 episode with the artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah.
The whole thing was stolen from a DS9 novel.
Yeah.
Called Control.
Yes.
The whole thing. Yeah, that's one thing about Star Trek Discovery. They just go nix. They like Russell T Davies kind of did it with Doctor Who when he first took over.
Yeah.
He used to kind of borrow stuff from the kind of semi-canon.
Yeah.
The kind of from fanzines and stuff. And I got a bit annoying.
Yeah.
That's my only real big niggle of Russell T Davies.
Yeah.
Like he took the Eighth Doctor's regeneration and gave it to the Ninth Doctor.
Right.
Changed it slightly. It's like, Russell, you got to think your own ideas up. You can't just go nicking them. But as I said, I was really angry about that until I saw Night of the Doctor and Moffat changed it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, then I'm not happy about what originally happened, but we can move forward now because Moffat's fixed it, and we know how the Eighth Doctor ended.
Yeah, I mean, I wish we would get to see more televised McGann stuff, though.
Yeah, I really should have brought. They're missing something. They could have done a Time War series with McGann.
Yeah.
That would probably be more popular than the main show, though.
Yeah.
Because we all want to see what happened to McGann.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. As I said, yeah, CBR, Comic Book Ramp.
Yeah.
CBR rated season 6 as the highest episode of DS9, so season 7, followed by series 5, 2, 3, 4. Surprisingly, series 1 was the least liked episode.
Oh, so how many millions watched the first season?
I'm not too sure. Must have had one hell of a. It doesn't have rating.
Yeah.
On Wikipedia, I'm afraid. So I have to go look for Bar Brain. Yeah, but I know it's popular. Yeah. I'm finding the same season 4 though. So, yeah, well, that was I think the CBR rankings for the entire Star Trek though. So yeah, so the top series of Star Trek ever was season 6 of Deep Space Nine.
Oh wow!
From the classic, yeah. Season 7 came at 6. 15th was season 5. 18th was season 2. 20th was season 3. Surprisingly, 21 season 4, and I thought season 4 was the strongest season of Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
26 was season 1. I think that's out of the whole of Star Trek. Yeah, that's Comic Book Resources. That's we all know about CBR. That's the Viacom CBS owned comic book channel, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but it managed to well over a 4.0 average generally
Well, that's not bad.
So yeah, it did well for a series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's a little deep dive into Deep Space Nine. Then anything else to talk about?
Wow. Yeah, we were done, huh? Dang.
Yeah. Definitely my favorite series of Star Trek. Yeah, yeah, it did have a lot of similarities with Babylon 5, and Straczynski did try and sue, but I think they worked it out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both shows went in a completely different direction from each other. But yeah, as I said to Fat Steven Seagal, I like them both.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of both shows. I think both, yeah. Oh yes, Matthew Pounder. Yeah, What We Leave Behind Part 2 was one of the most emotional shows I've ever seen of Star Trek.
Yeah, I have to admit, I know it's a completely different
Yeah.
story, but I have to say, if I compare the finales of Deep Space Nine to Voyager, I definitely prefer Deep Space Nine's finale.
I hated about Voyager's finale.
Yeah.
They needed another episode.
Yeah.
They needed Endgame Part 3, and it showed them what happened when they all got back to Earth.
Yeah.
Because all you see is Voyager sailing towards Earth. That's it.
Yeah, then just some fireworks, right? That's it.
Yeah, we see what happened in the alternate universe with all the fireworks and going flying between the Golden Gate Bridge and everything.
Yeah.
But all we see is Voyager being escorted by a small fleet of two Defiant class vessels, I think a Miranda class and a Kira class vessel,
Yeah.
going towards Earth, and you hear a bit of music, and that's it. And it's like, we want to see what happens when they get back to Starfleet HQ.
Yeah.
We saw it with Enterprise. We got it with Enterprise. We got what happened at the end of their mission.
Yeah.
We got to see the big speech of the forming of the Federation, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And got that really nice piece of music.
Yeah.
But it's like for Voyager, it's like the most unsatisfying ending ever.
Yeah.
It just annoyed me. I just need another part. You wanted to see the Marquis getting pardoned. You know what's going to happen. You know, to make it more dramatic, they got back to Earth and Chakotay immediately got arrested.
Yeah.
You know, Chakotay's trial and all this, you know, and Chakotay and B'Elanna are on trial for, you know, the rest of the Marquis crew.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It would have been interesting.
Yeah.
And the rest of her Voyager's really pissed off with them because the simple reason, these guys are like, they should be pardoned. Federation should have pardoned them.
Oh, Matthew's saying 7 of 9 is gay in the current version.
Oh yes, that's a nightmare. Picard. And we've been saying amongst everybody. I've been saying amongst Rabbi's channel, and amongst my friends, they're going to censor Whoopi Goldberg in the new Star Trek Picard season 2 after her comments.
Yeah.
Is she going to be removed? She's going to be removed
Right.
now that with the anti-Semitic comments. I bet she still appears.
She probably will. Yeah.
Yeah, rules for some, rules for others. Really, it's double standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because look at what happened with the whole Roseanne thing, right?
Oh yeah, she just told a joke. It wasn't even her joke.
Yeah.
She called someone a monkey apparently.
Yeah.
But she was quoting somebody else.
Yeah.
And she got in trouble for that. Yeah, that wasn't good. That was Disney again.
Yeah.
You know, Gina Carano, what happened to her, and then Whoopi Goldberg does it. Oh, that's all right. She's on the right side of history, so we'll let it go.
Yeah. Right.
Little slap on the wrist. 2-week suspension, so that the rest of the press doesn't have to interview you.
Right. You have African heritage, right? You're not a.
Yeah. Yeah, and these kind of people, I'm going to say this, Dave, these kind of people have the audacity of turning around to Jewish people, devoutly strict Jewish people, and saying, "Oh, you act like a protected like you're a protected species or something," and then this happens to Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk about double standards. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Matthew Pounder. She chose a Jewish second name, but she's not Jewish. She has no connection to being Jewish. No connection whatsoever.
I guess she just thought, oh, it sounds good, so I'll just.
Yeah, because she was black. She wanted to be this kind of have this kind of weird black Jewish persona on stage.
Yeah.
She originally called herself Whoopi Cushion.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I bet she still appears in Picard season 2, even though she's done this.
Oh, geez, yeah.
Yeah, I bet it doesn't get recut and her part doesn't get edited out. She gets replaced with I don't hear reshoots on the Picard set.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I don't like, Dave. This is what I kind of got involved in the culture war about. It's the double standards.
Yeah.
It's the blatant double standards, mate. That's why I got involved with the Fandom Menace. I mean, I'm not Fandom Menace myself. I'm more intellectual dark web, and I just want to know the truth.
Yeah.
And if I have to go deep into the bowels of the internet to find it, I will.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just the double standards of Hollywood. But it's all slowly changing, especially at Disney. Did you hear about Pablo Hidalgo?
What happened?
Apparently, he's been sacked.
Oh no!
His comments, comments about the wood chipper and the fans.
Oh, and he was part of the. Wasn't he part of the Star Wars prequels too?
Yeah, you think so? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a custodian of the whatchamacallit, custodian of the archive. He used to what Penny Juday did for Star Trek. God rest her soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was a custodian at Lucasfilm, or the custodians, or Castellans, whatever they called them.
He seemed like a nice guy from the documentaries I saw.
Yeah, but he just turned into a massive Kathleen Kennedy sympathizer.
Yeah.
And they just had that. I think that hit that. I don't know if it was him, but he put up a meme that all Republicans should be fed into wood chippers.
Oh, he said that. That's bad.
I think that was either him or it was someone else.
That's too far. Come on.
No. Should kill people for their political beliefs.
No.
Somebody in Germany did that back in the 1940s. It wasn't good.
No.
It caused a big war. I think the war was called World War II.
Oh no! She wants to play the Doctor. No, we don't want that.
Oh, I remember that. No, I'm glad she didn't get the part.
Yeah.
I'm so glad after hearing that the other day she didn't get that part.
Oh no.
Oh, could you imagine that? It's Doctor. She would have been. I'm still saying this though. She would have probably been better than Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah. Did you know at one point Hasselhoff was rumored?
Oh yes, it was just a publicity stunt, wasn't it? They said David Hasselhoff was going to be Doctor. That was funny. That was Russell T Davies, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't think he's eccentric enough to.
Yeah, that was after the First Regeneration with Eccleston, wasn't it? It's David Hasselhoff. We've asked David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was after that. Sorry, that was at the End of Time Part 2. So we got David Hasselhoff coming to play the Doctor.
Right.
Oh, it was good. That's why I'm glad Russell's coming back.
Yeah.
We're gonna get the stupid shit posts on the Twitter now. He's gonna shit post. You know he's gonna shit post.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the dumb post from Russell. Like, oh, the next Doctor is gonna be a whale.
Yeah.
We're going around to find. We're currently touring the Arctic Circle to find the best whale for the role.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm saying. With Doctor Who, I know people are like, oh, it's dead, it's been destroyed, but I think Russell will bring it back.
Yeah. So do you think in like 4 or 5 months we'll find out who he did cast? Do you think we'll find out?
Yeah, they'll find out in the end.
Yeah.
Find out in the end who did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why they cast Joe Martin. They probably asked Goldberg first.
Yeah. Sorry, Matthew. Just making sure you're unhidden on the channel because I just had to get rid of a bot. Yeah, you're fine, mate. Fine there. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I've got a new character now. I call her Poopy Goldman.
Yeah.
She goes around getting history completely wrong. I haven't been able to unleash her yet. Do you want me to unleash her?
Why not?
Oh, what the hell. Hey, it's me. It's Poopy Goldman. And you know the Boxer Rebellion? You know what that was actually about? That was about Muhammad Ali dodging the draft.
Oh my God.
He dodged the draft. That's why it's called the Boxer Rebellion. It was about a boxer rebelling. That's not what the real Boxer Rebellion was about. Yeah. Yeah, that's my new character, Poopy Goldman.
That's pretty good.
She gets stuff so totally wrong. She would not make a good history teacher.
No.
Well, she'd make a brilliant one in this day and age, but
Yeah.
she would not get a history degree at Oxford. Let's just say that.
No.
And then she's doing the retelling of history.
Oh my god.
My character would probably be better as a whatchamacallit, as a fact checker.
Yeah.
She'd be good as a Google fact checker. Oh yeah. You gotta laugh at these people,
Oh yeah.
or else you'd cry.
Yeah.
Apparently I just got an article. So Wrath of Khan is returning to theatres for a limited time for the 40th anniversary.
Wrath of Khan, huh?
Yeah, Wrath of Khan.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, that's good. Liked Wrath of Khan. It was a good film. Yeah, good film. So yeah, I mean, we're still trying.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Matthew Pounder. Yeah, critical race theory. It's like, the word is at the end of that. They call it critical race theory.
Yeah.
It's still theoretical. It's a theoretical science, social science. They can't seem to see that it's all theoretical, and so none of it makes any sense. It's like it's like they keep going about gender studies. Do you know the actual name for gender studies, or the original name? I had a friend of mine studying it back in 2009.
Yeah.
Queer theory.
Oh.
Emphasis on the last one, the theory at the end. So that was all theoretical. Gender studies is all theoretical as well. I mean, that's what annoys me. That's why I like listening to Jordan B. Peterson on it.
Yeah.
It's because they're all theoretical sciences, and what they're trying to do is they're trying to promote theoretical sciences above actual science, proven science. And that's what's wrong with this kind of culture war at the moment.
No.
It's like you can't promote real science above theoretical science. It's just wrong.
That is.
Yeah. Well, any last business?
I think that's it, huh? I think we finished.
Yeah.
And then I guess we'll do the movies next Monday, huh? We'll talk about the movies.
Voyager if you want.
Yeah, do we want to do Voyager first, then the movies, or how do we want to do it? The next gen movies?
You want to do next gen? Do next gen movies next week then.
Yeah, let's do next gen movies next week. Then we'll do Voyager the week after.
Yeah.
And then so we bring Melina on for Enterprise since that was her first.
Yeah. Well, she busy? She busy today then?
I'm not sure. I don't know if she was online or not.
Yeah. I think she's been working. Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Shocky.
All right, man. Well, thanks so much, my friend PD. This was an awesome stream. Thanks so much, Matthew, for being in the chat. And
no worries.
we're closing the stream, and we'll do the next Star Trek stream next Monday.
Yeah, you said it, Matt. You said it. Feminism is all theoretical.
It is. It is. All right, guys. Take care. Peace. We're off. Bye for now.
See ya. Bye.